it's boiling in here.
Same here, so I had to turn off the heater, and now it's a bit nippy again. So it's I haven't found the sweet spot.
I've got a little fan at the side of me which I could just turn on, and it would be instant relief, but it would just be a constant humming in the background.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll just go quiet now, and then I can edit me out very easily. Go on, continue with the half pint, boys.
Welcome to the half pint of No.1 Crude mistakes with. I lost my mind almost when Ross said No.1 holidays. I just had a picture of you going off to the, what was it, Norfolk or something. That's a bit bread on the butter, isn't it? No, bread on the bacon. Yeah, no. Never mind.
Bread on the bacon. That sounds excellent.
In Norway, we say that butter on the bacon if you're saying something. Putting it a bit rich. Yeah. So yeah, moving along. The first half pint of. No, it's the last half pint of the season, isn't it?
No, it's the first.
Yeah.
New
season.
It's the first. This is season 10.
Yeah.
No, but is it though? It's like the year 2000. Everybody was celebrating. We're now into the new millennium. No, you have to wait a year because that doesn't start before 2001. Because 2000 is the last number. It's like when you're counting to 100. You're not coming to 99 and then 100. And now I'm there. You have to like...
Well, that depends if you start on 0 or not. Because when you start at 0, which is nothing, then you get to 0, then you add another number. So we first had the 0th season. And we had the 9th season that started with 90 and then with 99. So now we're at the 10th season that starts with number 0.
It's easier.
So if 0 comes before or after the 9.
I see where you're going with this, but it's more like a semantic approach to numbers.
I mean that's the thing. With base 10. 10 is not a number. You don't have a 10 as a number. That's just a 1 and a 0. Basically, if you have an octagonal where 8 digits, you don't have the number 8. It doesn't exist. It's 0 to 7. And then 1, 0, that's 8.
And to be fair, though, I don't think 8 exists either. I mean, it's just zeros and ones, isn't it? And zeros is nothing, so it's basically just ones. So here we are.
Episode 1 every time.
Yeah, exactly.
You two are doing great. I'm going to turn my fan on.
Oh, and while you do that, I'm going to have the second half of my cake. So, KJ, just start ranting.
I already eaten my cake, and it was delicious. So I'm sorry in the main episode if at any time you heard some clinking of spoon on a plate or me eating in the background. I try not to make it sound too much, but I mean, I'm sure Glenn that will find that audio part and amplify the hell out of it so everyone can hear me.
Certainly will.
You can make that into a reel. I've the last couple of reels, I've had a lot of fun because usually I just pick an interesting part and I use that. But now I just started cutting it, and I'm trying to find, can I cut together 2 segments so it sounds like we are talking about the same, but you are changing subject enough that it doesn't make sense. And on the last reel, I said something like, and that sounds like he's really into, and I just cut it there, and I just found something else, and I'm like into people blowing balloons or whatever. Like, so if you listen to the reel, you might not never find that discussion in the episodes because it's cut together from bits and bobs throughout the entire episode. In fact,
that's fun and a bit evil as well, because it is kind of clickbaity, but not. It is a bit like a trailer that pushes things together and makes it look cooler than it is. So I guess it's what trailer should be.
I mean, I'm just gonna continue chewing a bit. It wouldn't be as nice to do the trailer bit, because all the trailers now, they just show all the interesting bits of the movie. So once you've seen the trailer, you know the entire plot and how it ends, because the 5 minutes of actual fun bits are now compiled into a trailer. So if I do that on the episode, with a 20-second trailer, we would cover all the interesting bits of the entire episode, and people wouldn't have to listen to the main episode. So that would be kind of counterproductive.
Didn't have to listen to it a bit. Like it's mandatory.
But you asked the question, where do people listen to us? Have you gotten any replies?
Yes, we got some replies. I have to see.
And?
I'm trying to find them. I didn't have them in front of me. God's sake, eat your cake. Glenn, talk a bit.
Well, I think the main one was during the commute to work, wasn't it? On the toilet, whilst tightrope walking.
Solely grocery shopping was the first one.
Yeah.
And one on a motorcycle. So it was...
Oh, yeah. Crossing countries.
Crossing countries as well, yeah.
Yeah.
But that felt like a special occasion, or is it like, yep, they posted a new episode, I need to go to a different country now? Like,
I hope that we're not...
For tax reasons.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Better podcast tax rate in Spain.
Well, let's do that. The next time we are together and we have a car, then we record an episode. And we call that episode The Road Trip. So we just drive around willy-nilly for an hour while we're just commenting on whatever.
It could work if we have the microphones for it.
Yeah.
And a silent car.
Yeah, where we're going to meet up, because we can't meet up in Norway, because you'll never get in your car back, are you?
Yeah, Norway is out of the question if it's car, and we know what your car sounds like, so...
With a shouty episode.
Yeah.
Especially if someone's in the back of the van. Can you hear us, KJ?
Oh, that's really good. We each have microphones, so we're getting good sound, but we can't hear each other, so we don't know what we're talking about. So
Yeah. What?
splicing it together might be hard.
I don't listen anyway, but it's just like every other episode for me.
Exactly.
True.
The question is, though, do you have a heater in your car, or is it like it's scalding hot in the summer and then you're almost freezing to death in the winter?
Pretty much. No, the heater works pretty well, actually, but it did last winter. I don't know about this winter yet.
I was just waiting for you. Yeah, because it's on all the time. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it was only 12 degrees here when you came over. It's just that the heater was on constantly.
Yeah. And speaking about road trips, though, I saw some posts here from Laura Kampf's yard sale, and
Oh yeah, that was the...
not to be a negative Nancy, to coin that phrase again, I'm glad we didn't go. Yeah, I don't think going there and then attending like an auction style, and it would be too much people that I don't know for it to be my thing, I think.
Has there been some more publicity on it? Because I've not seen anything.
Yeah, she posted some pictures today, I think, like
Okay.
from the event, and yeah, when she sold off the bear bike, and I think another maker posted that she got the wall-mounted coffee grinder. That one I could see myself bidding for, but I'm glad someone else got it because I already have a coffee grinder.
Were any prices banded around?
Sorry?
Were any of the prices that people paid banded around?
No, I haven't seen any of that.
That's a shame. That's what we really
Yeah,
want to know, isn't it?
It is. We want a price list. What
Yeah.
did sell for what money? Post that.
I wonder if I knew anyone who attended. Yeah, it would have been fun if you could do like a maker meetup thing, not being interested in getting anything, but just hanging out for the vibes, but too far away.
Stealing stuff.
That just making it into something, or
I think the most iconic thing to get would be the let glue dry block, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but would that?
Yeah, probably.
Didn't she bring that one?
She definitely should, at least.
A couple of years ago, I think she did anyway, or Michelle just ripped it off. She made, I think she did a thing that you could just print off on paper and fold up so it looked like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was... I didn't know that. That would be cool to print. And
yeah, Michelle did one for me, but I'm not sure whether she just ripped it off or it was something official. I'll find out.
That being said, though, I'm at the point now where I'm a bit fed up with paper, to be honest. So, might not never happen.
Are you done with the drawing again for a while?
Yeah, I mean, I've done all the line drawings, so now I've been coloring. I am now finished coloring, drawing 30 of 37. So I have a good day of coloring left to get the last ones, and then it's a good day after that doing all the shadow lines. That should go relatively quick. And then I have to scan them, and then God knows how many days it's going to be to try to fit that and blend it into the old scanned drawings in Photoshop to get to the point where I can... Yeah, it became a larger project than I thought. And when I looked at the original, I see that, yes, I have the script and all the text or talk bubbles already, but it needs some tweaking. And I don't remember when you were a kid if you have these books where you had an audio cassette as well. And every time you needed to turn the page, it made like a... And then, okay, you have to go to the next page. And that... I know how important audio is. So, of course, for every scene in the movie, there should be an audio track. And, of course, if there is 37 scenes, then I have to have... Okay, I might reuse some of the tracks, but you need different kind of audio background tracks for the mood in the different drawings. And I'm not looking forward to trying to find that in the very non-searchable, filterable YouTube music library. And I'm sure as hell not going to pay for it. So
it's an easy way around that.
Udio? I have been thinking that, yeah.
But I was thinking Steve.
Yeah, me too.
That's true. But
here are the pictures. Give me a score.
yeah. You know,
30 seconds to a minute per picture.
To be honest, though, that's a brilliant idea, but I'm not sure if I would, or if he has the time for that, because I think that's a relatively big job.
I think he enjoys it.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Get him a six-pack of beer.
If he listens to this, he'll respond. He's a whiskey man for a big job like that.
Okay, yeah.
But I mean, that is because it won't make any money, I think. So yeah, you're better off, I think, getting it up front in whiskey.
I mean, it sounds. I mean, if I could play music, or especially free create, it feels like a fun thing to do. Just to have a slideshow of pictures to improvise to, and try to fit it together.
Yeah.
So I guess it could be fun for one with that skill.
Yeah.
The last video he did the whole score for me for was the acoustic drumstick, and I gave him the video, and the first thing he said was, "Oh, that's exciting! There's noises on this video." I said, "Yeah, there's a little bit of me talking." It's like, "No, there's sawing noises and things like that." And then one of the tracks is actually going to the sawing sound. It's very clever like that.
All right, call me Steve. You have my.
Call you Steve.
Okay, Steve.
Yeah, call me Steve, man.
It's easier than
You've been all the H names.
Yeah.
Oh, Steve. It's hard to put an age on
I'm
front of
Steve
that.
Harvey now. That sounds like an artist name, doesn't it? Yeah.
It actually does.
No. So, I'm not sure if this is classified as a No.1 Crude mistake or if it is a tool purchase. I haven't made the purpose yet, but I think I'll be going away this weekend to visit a fellow maker to see if I can't help him unload or offload a drum sander.
Nice.
That's exciting.
That he doesn't need and that I doesn't need either, but I still want one.
How big is it?
The
footprint?
That I'm not sure of. It's probably a meter times something. I think the sanding area is 20 inches, I think, but it's the model that is open on one end. So I mean, you can't sand 40-inch wide stuff. You just have to do the one side and then switch it around and do the other. And of course, I do have the version 2 of the butter knife project, and to make that work and make the production as easy as possible, I'm going to make the two halves, have the CNC count the shapes, and then just glue them together. But to get a good seam, then of course when I'm rough cutting them with my bandsaw, you need to sand the cut side a bit. And having a drum sander, that would really make easy work of that. So that's my excuse. I need this very expensive machine because I'm going to make 2 butter knives. But I might make more. I got an email from my friend today, actually, if with a link to the Christmas fair that we have been talking about attending for a couple of years, and like, should we go this year? And then just a link with a list of all the details and whatnot. So like, I want to say yes, but then I also have to make something to sell, and I think the butter knives is on point, and they should be. I should be able to make those quite easily at a decent number. So yeah, so I need a drum sander, obviously.
That does a bit sound like my excuse for finally getting a thicknesser. I haven't seen it yet because it's Swedish postal system, yada yada yada. Because I got I got so much leftover wood from the pergola that I want to use for another project that I need them planed, and so that I need an opportunity to or an ability to actually make them flat and nice.
Is it just a thicknesser you've got, or is it a plainer thicknesser?
It is just a thicknesser. It's so hard because in Swedish we don't differentiate that part. We call everything a planer, but we add a prefix to what kind of planer it is instead.
Okay.
Yeah, same in
So
Norway
what did you go for in the end, KJ?
It's the Metabo
DH330.
Yes, that one. Thank you.
Nice.
I have been looking at that for a long time, and when I sent that link, that's the company here in Norway that sells them the cheapest, and usually a lot cheaper than others. And I'm just been following them because at some point I wanted one, and it's like, when you got one, it's like, should I just get this one just so that we could be planer buddies? And then like when you did show your picture, ooh, I got one too, but yeah, I'm now going to spend that money on a drum sander, but together we can really make thin stuff and then sand it really good. So we should do a collaboration.
It's fun buying tools. It's kind of irritating buying tools online because I found one place and it said free shipping, and then you click through and no, it's free shipping if you spend like 1,000 quid more. So now it's like 70 quid of postage as well, just to deliver it. Okay, then I will go to the next one that sells it for 20 quid more. No, that's free shipping on that one. So it's I mean, the stores fronting with free shipping when it isn't that really, or then when they have it's free shipping, but we have a handling fee of 50 quid.
Yeah, they can burn in hell.
Yeah, that's. I mean, be honest instead, so I don't have to rage quit with a filled basket in your store.
I'm so lucky here. I wouldn't expect to pay any delivery on something like that here.
No, when you would have gotten it delivered yesterday as well. So yeah,
a tool like that would be here within 3 days normally.
yeah. But I'm really looking forward to you getting it though, because from what I've read up, it's actually better than the default that you see all the woodworkers using. And what sold me on it is that you can also get the helical cutter head for the Metabo. Of course, the cutter head costs just as much as the machine, so that's an upgrade for later usually. But
yeah.
Are you going to do the thing where you put the thicknesser on the piece of wood and then lift the piece of wood up so it can just travel down the piece of wood and just collect it at the other end?
Oh, yeah, that looks amazing. That just like you're wandering off.
Yeah.
Into the sunset. You should make that like a romantic video and cowboy music. And
have the camera point on top of the machine pointing back at you. Just make a great shot.
Yeah.
How big a piece of wood would I have to use? Because it weighs like 35 kilos, so can't take the thinnest planks for that. But
no, what I've seen them use it on is, of course, these laminate girders thingy. They're really, I mean, they can handle the weight over the distance, but you should have the camera filming back at you, and then like, yeah, this is fun, and then you should start panic because you have to reach it before it gets to the end, and then of course you trip in the power cord, and you can see yourself just stumbling over, and then the camera get knocked over, and then the machine just goes off the end and into the grass, and you just see a lot of grass and dirt up on the camera. I mean, that would be nice to make a fake video out of. Just that would make some views, I think.
You can keep that idea for when you get one.
Just
My body is not made for slapstick.
I mean, you just buy one for 50 quid and then you paint it blue, and then I mean, with the movie magic, nobody will notice the difference in the half seconds before it engulfs itself in grass and dirt. And
how much is a sanding belt for a drum sander?
I haven't checked. Turns out that's just as much as the machine. Yeah. And then that's why I'm selling it, because I don't want to get a new one.
Yeah, I bet Rolf's not including the sanding belts that he's got for it. He's just going to chop those up and use them somewhere else, isn't he?
Yeah, it's like hand sandpaper. But I did think of that because I think there is one company in Norway who sell that brand, but I haven't looked enough into it to see if it. I think it is a standard belt length for a lot of those sanders, so you can get some off-brand ones. I also know that the hardware store where I buy sanding paper, they sell it in rolls. So I think if I just buy a roll of the cheap stuff, you can just, as long as you get the right angle for the ends, you can cut that with an X-Acto knife and at the length you need and roll it on. I mean, it's not going to last as long probably, but I'm not going to use it in a huge production runs and have it as a cornerstone of my company. I'm probably going to use it the day I get it to try it, and then for the 2 butter knives, and then it's probably going to sit on the shelf for a couple of years until a proper project comes along. That's most of my tools.
Can't wait to see all these chopping boards you're going to make now.
Oh, that's the thing though. We have been talking about how much we hate chopping boards, and like, yep, KJ now got a plater, I got a drum sander. I mean, we are. So, and then should we make a project then that take the mick out of chopping boards? I mean, we got Mr. Laser and Epoxy over here as well, so we got the trifecta of cutting boards already. So.
I had an idea for a chopping board, the ultimate chopping board. So I've got an excess of kitchen knives in the workshop as well. and just making a chopping board, but with loads of knives that are mounted on it that just all work at the same time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So, are you talking about a board with knife blades sticking up on it? So
they just automatically chop down on the board. So it's
okay. That's like someone yesterday. No, I was thinking.
Oh, does she?
What's the? Is it automata? They're called the machine where you just crank something and it's some cogs that makes figures.
Automaton.
You can make one of those. You just you put the cucumber in one end and you just start cranking and it's just like and then.
I was thinking more if you take the kitchen knives and put them on their back, so to say, with the blades up, and then have it in a container and fill it with epoxy to like half the blade height.
Yeah.
So it's just like 10 blades with the sharp bits sticking out of it. Then you take your sausage and just run it over, and then it gets cut into 10 pieces. I mean, that's a board that chops.
Yeah.
Extremely dangerous. But it could get good views. So if you have spare knives.
I was going to say a 10-bladed guillotine would also do the trick.
What kind of nobility are you planning to put into that?
The guillotine. What happened to that project?
Oh, it's very much on the list, and I see the knife is on the wall, so I see it every day almost. So
it's funny that just seeing it every day doesn't help with motivation to actually get started.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it here so I don't forget it, and then you walk over it for 2 years, like. Why the fuck didn't I just move it away? Yeah, that's true. But that's a weird thing though, because that's a project I really look forward to, and I want to build it into like decent wood and actually make it look kind of decent as well. But yeah, that of course I thought about buying some of that cheap ass, not teak, but the other. No, it was teak. Yeah, but that got me thinking though. Also for the butter knife, what material should I buy? Because I mean, if I'm gonna make butter knives, I'm not gonna use the beech that I've got off all the diaper changing tables that people have given away. That it's kind of
diaper beech.
Is that?
Yeah.
Are you telling me that my knife's made out of?
All right, move along.
You're telling us this now?
No wonder it works so great with Marmite.
Feels right at home. Yeah, that's why I made mine in teak. No, I've been looking at. I mean. Acacia wood is often used in like foodstuffs and also cutting boards, but I would like something brighter. But getting beech at a decent dimension, of course, if I had a thickness there, it would make it more easy. But it's hard getting someone selling it, at least online, at a decent price here in Norway for it to make sense. So
a drum sander is basically a thickness of that, right?
Yeah, just in smaller increments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some 40 grit in there.
Yeah. In a fortnight, you got it down to But that being said, though, I found a couple of companies that sell cheap acacia cutting boards, and some of them are a bit on the brighter side in the wood shade color, whatnot. And they are so cheap that I'm planning on buying a couple of them and just cutting them down to strips and try that. Sorry?
Buying some of the companies, it sounded like.
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
That's really cheap companies.
Yeah, I know. I'm just gonna buy the boards and cut them down, and that's the sad thing though, because I think we talked about it earlier, and the wife has sold or oversold the capabilities of my CNC to her colleagues. So I've got a picture from one of her colleagues that needs to be lasered onto a cutting board, but I'm not doing cutting boards. So when I'm buying the cutting boards that I'm going to cut up to use for the butter knives, then I'm going to get a couple of extra to just get someone to laser on. And happens to be Rolv got a laser last year, and if I just pop up, it's like, I can buy a drum sander. Do you mind lasering this guy's face on this piece of wood as well?
On this IKEA chopping board I just bought.
yeah. IKEA is one of them as well, but I found a cheaper one actually. So
must be great quality.
Yeah. Of course, I do like the ones that I made in oak, but it is very much an open grain wood, so it's not the best, they say. But I mean, it works fine for us, and butter is very forgiving. I mean, I haven't oiled them since because they are so put in with butter, so there is basically no issue there. So yeah. That being said, though, I think could probably buy. I think that IKEA also have a bed frame in beech, which is basically, I think the thickness is 1.8 centimeters, so it is decent hardwood all the way together. And if you buy that bed and you chop it up into small pieces, it's very cheap material actually. So that might also be a viable option, because I will always need some strips of beech for picture frames or whatever. So I'm gonna Google that.
And now we lost Haavard totally.
Yep. Google. Off to Google that.
Well, I think we've just hit over half an hour. Should we call it a night and let Haavard do his Googling?
And have more cake, you mean? Yeah.
Is there more cake?
In the fridge.
Oh.
Didn't your kids get any?
Oh, they actually did. But the problem is it was a frozen one, so it had to thaw for at least 3 hours, it said, and that was way past their bedtime. So we had the ice cake version of it right before they went to bed, but they were happy.
That sounds sort of nice.
I don't think I've ever eaten a fully defrosted cheesecake yet.
No. Who's got time to wait for that?
Exactly.
It's like waiting 5 minutes when you got a frozen pizza in the oven. But you're supposed to do it. It says on it. No one ever does that.
I've never read
you
the
burn yourself the first time instead, because that's more fun.
All right. For the ones who wonder that bed made out of beech is now at 995 Norwegian krone, so that's 60 pounds maybe. I mean, it's a decent material. I could probably get a couple of hundred of butter knives out of that. So yeah, the material costs get really low.
Good.
And you get the free and you get the free mattress as well. No, you don't. It's not okay. It's not included. Sorry.
All right. Thanks for that IKEA update, and we'll see you next week for the next episode. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Hopefully.
Oh. We got to talk about all the points on my list except the bellows leather.
Oh,
so
we're back.
Yeah.
Next week.
Next week.
Let's say that next week instead.